So I ended up having sex with the guy on my mother's birth night after the birthday party. So it didn't feel good and my attention was good and I felt like, so I loved it. And I wanted another little piece and then you reach another little piece. In that time, I was ovulating. You understand? So I knew the possibilities. We did use a condom and it broke. But remember, he was trespassing on other people's property. About 12 days after my ovulation period, was it about 12 days?
The class is this.
The boyfriend no, because him come back and him beg and we talk and me never did really want, but you know you don't want to do it, but you want to, you don't want to do it, but you want little feeling got there and we had sex about a week after I did the pregnancy test. No, you don't show up pregnant 1 week after. I knew when my ovulation was. So I sent the pregnancy test through WhatsApp to both parties. So I have two father.
Show breadcrumbs. I'm kerchief there. I'm kerchief there.
Miss Elva was here from last week. You think I remember Miss Elva? We're not forgetting like that. You think I remember? You think I remember? I don't want to go the finger, cut her fingernail and make sure it's no dirt that night. And yeah, same Elva. Elva, that's she same. She there, man. She there. But on a serious note now, it's a story of one of her child that it was always in my mind, and today we're talking, and I think that's where the conversation should start, and that's where the story should continue from. I personally think that. I don't know if I'm right or I'm wrong, but I think it's a good place to start, to continue, because she started already. It's a good place to continue. With that being said, the floor is yours, man.
All right then. Good night, everybody, and thanks for having me again, Epic and Nadia. So you would have remembered last week the whole thing we were talking about mental health, and it's a continuation of what happened last week. But just to remind people for 2 minutes, if you don't know what I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and with that disorder comes a lot of different things. Like I'm going to repeat them for those who don't know, but or maybe I shouldn't. Go and watch part 2. So we're talking about my youngest child. He's now 3 years plus. I went to Jamaica in 2016. I went into Jamaica, I think around November 2016. I was single and I went to a party and I met up with an old fling. It was a fling because nothing happened. It was someone who I really respected and loved. When I was going to high school, he was my teacher. I loved him off, but then he was a gentleman, because you know a lot of people who work, a lot of men in high schools, it's so hard to work with young girls who's sexy and look good and all of that temptation. But he resisted temptation. He did not try to take it any further, because I personally would have, you know, he would have been my first then, but he didn't. He let me down, you know, calmly, and explain, you know, what would have happened if such things should happen, if like he would try to have a relationship with me. The fact that taught me about statutory rape and all that. I was over 16 at the time, I must say, and that is one of the reasons why I respected and loved him. We didn't really keep in contact for over years, but I have seen him several times when I've gone to Jamaica or stuff. But we met at a party, and in 2016 we met up again, and I went over and said hi. And so
when you met up with him, about what age were you? What age? Give me that.
It was 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, so big woman, was coming out of a relationship. He claimed that he was, at the time, he was well, he had feelings for me, but he suppressed. That's what we talked about tonight. But you know, when you're under the influence of alcohol, and so because I wanted to throw a panty long time, and you know,
okay.
so
Pick up scratchy head. Okay.
Alcohol and two. You ever hear what a man did say? What one dance can do? And I went home with him the night because we would have.
No.
Yeah, man, one dance can do because problem. And I went home with him the night and panty get dashed where foot get kicked where all kind of things happen. It was really lovely and I felt like I was in love again. He was someone who I cared about, who, you know, I had history with, and I thought he was being honest. So I fell in infatuation. I was infatuated with him, and I thought I received the same kind of thing because our chemistry-wise, we were good. And in the bedroom, everything was great. So, you know, but that was November. December, school closed and he went away to house it. And he came to me a couple of times. And of course, I met somebody else because I felt neglected after a while because I am an attention whore. I love attention.
Okay, so if a man not giving you attention, you just
no, I
take
felt,
for yourself.
Yeah, I felt I wanted. Yeah, I wanted him, and I felt like I was in love with him, but at the time I felt like there was something else. And also, like, I met his daughter, who he sheltered his daughter. He introduced people to his daughter, went to his daughter dance recital. So I was sure this man was in love with me. So I was kind of holding it down. I met somebody else I think it was in December.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst he was away, you know, the one also away, but the also play. So I met someone else in December, but I had a birthday party for my son on the 24th of December, and he hadn't. So I was upset, and I hadn't seen him for Christmas. I met someone prior to the 24th of December. I had a birthday party for my son on the 24th, and he hadn't turned up, but the other guy turned up that I had met. And I was cooking all day. I was doing the catering, so I was really tired in the night. Didn't go to no grand market, but the guy spent the night with me. He was very respectful. Like, he hugged me after I take my mad pills. People are calling my medication mad pills. That's what they are, as far as I'm concerned. So
no, I don't mean to laugh, but you really call your medication mad pill.
Yeah. When I tell when I'm in Jamaica, I tell my children.
It's like you're making fun of your own situation.
I've got to. It's fun. If I take my medication around you, you see me eating in my sleep. It's a serious thing. I eat in my sleep. Like,
you do what?
I eat in my sleep.
You eat in your sleep?
Yeah.
Please elaborate. No, elaborate. How does one eat in their sleep?
All right, so 1 hour after I take my medication, I don't have no sense in the first place. I tend to eat a lot. So that's why, because I don't eat until nighttime, close to my medication time. So I try to eat. I have my medication on a full stomach. But one of the medication, the quetiapine, it actually makes, it kind of increases your appetite. It makes you hungry. So you want to sleep. Like, I will post a pic. I think I can find it, a pic where I was cooking, because I try not to keep like junk food around. I will eat half a bread in my sleep. Like,
oh, one on there. Me hear about this sleeping pill. Me forgot the name. That people all are driving at them sleep. People all wake up and walk outside and do some things, them sleep, epic. It all upon YouTube, epic.
We hear the sleepwalking and we hear some of the stories. We hear some.
But you have a medication, a sleep aid medication that is known to cause this.
No, but quick acting is known to cause this. Like I cook in my sleep. Like I could burn down the place at night. I was between sleep and I was cooking, and I remember in the morning when I woke up, I don't know. The last time I checked, it was after 10. The chicken was in the Pyrex dish, and that won't melt in the oven. And it's 5 o'clock. I went and turned off the oven. When I touched the chicken was cremated.
That means I could have burned down the whole place then.
Exactly. It's just because of the type of dish that it is, why it never melts. Bad things happen. So yeah, so I call it my mad pill. The good thing about my medication is so far since I was 14 and started being introduced to medication, this is a regime that works in some way. Yes, I'll put on weight and stuff, but it works. I'm able to function, I'm able to sleep at night and function in the day, have conduct business, have reasonable conversations, and not, act out too much. So I've been taking this set of medications since 2013.
So hold on there. Back to the story now. So you take your mad pill, as you call it, me say you so when people see this stand up, you say, me call you that mad pill.
Mad pill them, and this guy, he was so gentle, like he hugged me, like I was at his mercy, but my door was open, like my sisters came to come into the room and stuff like that. So I had on my clothes. He didn't try to. He slept in his clothes as well. He just hugged me, and I went to sleep. And I thought,
there's stuff in my head that I need to ask you, because I always want to ask you, but I don't know if it's appropriate to ask you on the live.
Appropriate. Anything appropriate. Me say that.
All right. Do your illness cause you to like sometime maybe be able to be having like one night stand on these things? Because remember, this gentleman, you just meet him and stuff like that, and you just have a sleep with him, even though your claim say it was a gentleman thing, but do it really make you have one night stand?
At that point, I don't think so. I think sometimes I crave. I don't know if it is a personal. Well, BPD is borderline personality disorder. So I have many personalities. This minute I am happy. The next minute I'm screaming. The next minute I want to die. The next minute, I'm several persons in one. And I cannot.
So during your periods when you go through, have you ever gone through a period where it make you be a bit promiscuous and maybe be able to have a like one night stand with somebody random?
I think by nature I was promiscuous. I'm my daddy's daughter. I think by nature I'm promiscuous. My daddy had 10 children. I have 10 children still alive. So by nature, I think I am promiscuous. Or I was promiscuous. Like now, as I said, when you reach a certain age, I don't like when people ask my age. Like I'm in early 40s, but I tell people I'm near that old. And when you've already gone through so much different relationships and you understand yourself and you learn about your body and your body in a heat and you can quell yourself without anybody else involved in there, then it is a bonus. So I think at those times I was very promiscuous, and I think me meeting my life also changed me as a person. It doesn't change that sometimes I still want to die or something, but like I
would like to know during the phase that you go through and you may act promiscuous, because I remember in the other life you were saying that you was allergic to condoms and latex. So during these times, how would your promiscuity affect the fact that you can't use certain protection? I mean, Do you get scared
No.
that one of these times you might not have been so lucky?
At that time, I did not get scared. I was horny. I wanted to quell whatever fire that was there.
Love listening, you know. Love listening, you know.
I was. I wanted to.
Honest.
So hold on there. Me I go ask you the tough question then, you know, because the people them want to know. So hold on. You never did that think about them stuff there, because you're horny and you want more wood for the fire. For the tango. So during that time, during that time, when you want more wood for the fire, right? Somebody would then never get a little bit of burn up.
Well, not really, because sometimes, like, listen, I was so sex crazed. And I didn't know how to deal with it then. I used to cry. I used to bawl when I was horny. Like, if, I didn't have anyone. Just
You used to what?
bawl.
Like, I don't want to...
Feet. She cries.
Did you?
Hold on.
No. All right. So it didn't help. I will not come.
Someone eating under you?
Huh?
Someone eating under you?
Look here, a problem. Did you know, on a serious note, yeah, that sex releases tension. I used to have tension headaches. And it so happened that I went to a particular doctor one particular years ago, that when I went there, he actually advised me go home and have sex. At that time, I was sexually active. I was a big woman. And I went home and I had sex, and the orgasm release, that feel-good hormone, what they call it, serotonin? It's like you guys are epic, don't do it. Epic. When you go and bust, don't you feel one release? Everyone, I think this is an adult program, and everyone who have good sex realize it after sex, and you get what you want, that release, you feel so good, like you wouldn't mind if you died, like what a way to die, kind of thing. Am I lying?
The views and opinion of that you just heard have nothing to do with the father.
Epic, give me disclaimer.
Endorphins.
Epic.
Somebody said endorphins. It releases it, and it's a feel-good hormone. So yeah, I used to cry. I used to feel, just want to have sex kind of thing. And also, when you don't have, like, my dad, the last time I saw my dad, I was 7 years old. Like, I was not taught how to love until much later on in my life.
I think a lot of us are not taught how to love.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. What you mean taught?
Because I think, all right, for me in the early days, and this is why I know that I'm mature and I'm past certain things, and I can talk about my manicured fingers. Yeah. When you were younger and you just introduced to sex, you're thinking about sex mean love, or certain things might mean, like, if you're involved with someone and they'll do certain things to you, it means that they actually love you. Sex is just a relief. Yes.
Ray for love call you nymphomaniac. Okay. And I'm used to say, I comment, me read.
Yeah, I saw it as well. Ray, yes.
Would you classify yourself as a nymphomaniac?
Oh gosh, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Elaborate
for me, please.
You know what? If I said yes, it would be too... it's normal. No, oh gosh, yes, I am.
And elaborate why you would class yourself as that.
Because
that's a strong word.
Without a partner, I want to have sex 3-4 times per day, and it's not because I have time on my hands. Like, I'll literally sneak away from my son and go into the bathroom with one of my bullets or stuff like that just to release the tension.
Bullet. I look at that.
No, I know it's a term, Ray, for love. No disrespecting. I don't feel offended. I'm not offended by stuff like that. Sex is
how often do you masturbate?
Like, no, maybe 10 times or so per week or so. Sometimes twice per day. Sometimes.
You have 7 days now 1 week.
Yeah.
And yeah, masturbate 10 times.
Yeah. That's little bit. I used to do it 4 or 5 times per day, even when I was with a partner, and he used to satisfy me. I have an ex who said to his friends, when that woman don't touch me, I am happy. He had never asked me for sex for the whole we were for 2 years. He had never asked me for sex.
Oh, so I can't chat up.
Like, when working, all right, so there was a time at first where I was working, and when I went in from work, like if he went in from work before, the first thing I do is cook, and then I go have a shower, and I just want to know what time he never
you chip out, me no hear what you say.
No, my ex-partner, he never invited anyone home without telling me. Like, he wouldn't, like, no friend wouldn't come home with him to have a drink or anything without him telling me, because I'd always be naked on some spontaneous nonsense. In the bed naked, or like wait as soon as he opens the door, I drop the towel or something like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, but you know that
relationship sounds spicy.
Oh, yes, that one was. But so let's get back to the story with this guy now. So this guy, we kept talking. So from Gun Market, he stayed with me Christmas morning. I made his breakfast. We kept talking. Again, my partner didn't turn up for my mom's birthday party, and he knew that was a big deal because it was the first time I was able to do something for my mom since I started traveling. I carried her to Ochi for 2 days in a hotel, carried her out shopping, get her massage and stuff like that. And for me, it was a big thing. You understand? My mom is like my life. She's our savior and something. Big up, mommy. Millicent Campbell. And when I brought her back, me and my sisters, like we planned a whole surprise party for her. He wasn't there, and guess who showed up? The side one, or that night he became the side one.
You call him the side one.
It was the side one because I was somebody else's. So I decided.
So hold on, let me ask you. How much of them you ever juggle on the side? 1, 2?
Yeah. At one point, like, we have like 1 or 2 on the side.
1 or 2.
She said casually, 1 or 2.
Yeah, she said that.
No, but that's what I used to do. Like, there's no shame or blame in this. Like, women, you have some women, all right. You see, like, for me, a lot of people, all right, all heap of people since this whole thing come in my inbox, and I'm like, why you in my inbox though? Go in the comments and make everybody hear what you're saying, because I blocked about 10 people because of that. Don't come in my inbox. Go in the comment. We're talking. You understand? My life is an open book. I'm writing my autobiography. You understand? I'm editing it now anyway. So, like, I don't have anything to hide. Anything I'm hiding, my closet is open. So when a man, like, if you are with my one man more time, like in my past, I have a man and I see that they're slipping up. And because I don't feel, remember, I suffered from a sense of identity. I have problems with my identity. Sometimes I cannot identify who I am. Sometimes I suffer from low self-esteem. And it didn't help that some of these egomaniacs called men, you understand, or the men I chose to be with, made me feel less of myself. And so I thought that I needed the approval of somebody else. And maybe somebody else whispering in my ears and maybe feel good at the time. And I let the thing go on. And so I use them what they lack, the other person might be okay. You understand, in that department or something like that. I had time
because I remember in the story that we run on the Father Epic World page, you said that you have 5 children by 8 different fathers. So that is a bit alarming, would you say?
Alarming? No, sir. You know what the thing is. That person who just gave middle finger, who you giving middle finger? I'm not paying you no mind. Go find a part.
No, I don't see a finger. I see somebody said the F word.
Exactly, that's why I said middle finger. I am.
Well, I don't know if they are giving you the F word or me the F word or Epic the F word. I don't know who I get the F word, but
I am saying that person needs to find a partner. Like, I don't, like, I'm not going to engage them in no rudeness. I'm just going to tell them, go find a partner. If you want to do that, go find a partner. I don't have a problem. I got these. I'm good. So it's me. All right. Anyway, you see, my life is an open book. Like, I don't, like, my children, like a lot of women will not have 5 children by 8 different men. A lot of women might have 15 abortions by 4 different men. And the only reason why you cannot identify is because the baby is not here for proof. But the doctors, all of them doctors, your name they on the paper with the pill what them give you for God do it with that baby. So you know what I mean. You know.
Sure, make a second. Right for love. Respect for the comment there. For the person that made that speech, it bother me. As you can see, I reply to your comment. It's affecting me. So you make me have to cut out Mum's conversation, which I didn't want to. Please tell me what that comment was about. Because it's affecting me. It was just random. And that's not pocket texting. Because we know pocket text. That's not pocket text. So what was that about? Big man, so
yeah, because we don't know if it's the guest they are insulting or if it's us.
I know something.
Hey.
If you care to answer, you can answer. I was just suggesting it because I had to. But what you were saying now, you ain't gonna get shaking in the moon.
Well, now what happened to our life? The life cut off. Shit. Resend it again. Like, seriously, people, if you're not going to be insensitive, this is not the life for you.
They're going to be disrespectful. That's not insensitive, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, it's rare that they hear we even curse on this platform. That's rare. Even a guess. I guess for the mere fact that we really curse,
I'm not quite sure.
Daddy never curse. I really curse. I guess even the guests are taking up that habit where they don't even curse. So you in that comment section of curse, it just seems, come on.
Right,
yeah, we don't need that on this
so we're not going to give them too much energy either. You understand?
All right, no, the thing is, we can't, like, this is how I know that I've matured. You see, It's negative comments and negative energy, me not use none at all. So, like, when they would say something like that, I respond, yeah, go find a partner. Simple. Like, I'm not, you understand what I mean? We all do that. Like, I'm good where I'm at. You see, suffering with mental health for such a long time, I have been ridiculed by people who I love the most. People come close to me just to use me. People, the amount of things that happen in my life, like to come out and talk, trust me.
Yeah, pin Ray for love comment, Epic. That's a good comment.
Big target.
Let me tell you all this. Like, I'm not doing it for the hype. I could have been doing, if I wanted to do it for the hype, I'd gone somewhere else. When I called in, the angle I gave Nads and Epic, if you all don't know, they could have been going in on me. The questions that they're asking are real life questions that other people can actually learn from. So you all need to take a page. Like, if I'm being real and I'm saying, yeah, I've done it, I've gone there, I've done this, I've done that. You understand what I mean? It's not a problem. It's not my problem. If you want to take it up, then that's up to you. You understand? I'm talking about my life story.
I feel like, for me, everybody have skeletons in them closet. And it's not everybody brave enough to come and talk certain things. So for me, I respect the person them who can do them deed and own them deed. Because not a lot of people can own the stuff them that they do. You understand? A lot of people are wolves in sheep clothing, walking around and pretending to be something that they're not. You understand? So if a guest can come on our platform and really and truly talk out of them own mouth and own them own lifestyle, then by all means we have to commend them.
Well, you know the beauty about the road that I've traveled is that I've been let me tell you all this. You see the person you're talking to here? I have been rich. My ex-husband, my first ex-husband was very rich and I walked away because I wanted my sanity. I have been poor to the point where dumpling and butter would have killed me. Living with a man, I was comfortable. That man, like, you know what I mean? He made me comfortable. We eat dumpling and butter and nobody knew about it. Used to travel pure business and first class. You understand what I mean? The back of the plane reach now, because that's what I'm there right now. You understand? But I still go visit my children. Like I've done without to make sure my children eat, to make sure my family eat. I'm a real person. You understand what I mean? So this is who I am. I'm not going to pretend to please anyone. And
beg you 1 second again. For all who are on the live, please, we are begging you, follow this new page. For all that's not, for all that's hearing it on another platform, them block me, them remove my channel off of YouTube, and I'm having problem going live on Instagram. So I made a new channel and a new gram. Father Epic on both platforms. Instagram or YouTube, Father Epic. FADDAEPIC. Space for YouTube, no space for the gram. You don't know what that little rotation. So anywhere you see it, please, follow the team. I hear some of us start go live a week time because like I said, I'm now go live on the Father Epic TV gram. So we have to beat it over here. You see it on the backup pages. Wherever you see it, like it, share it so we can get it on. You see it free. Follow it on Instagram. We could build it up so the live nice as Sunday time again. No. That being said,
and Father Epic World on Facebook, it's okay. Father Epic 2.0 on Facebook is okay. Naked with Nadia, which is my YouTube, we will be uploading to that as well, and that channel is okay. And yeah, you don't know, this is my page, so me not get no black. I guess me another trouble one, Epic are the trouble one.
We always at the trouble. That nah.
She's saying about mental health awareness month. For all who never know, thanks for highlighting that. Jemmy Babe, May is mental awareness month, and this is why I'm talking about my story, because it's not a negative, it's not meant to be something negative, it's meant to be something positive. Like a lot of people that I know that is suffering from mental health are homeless, they're eating out a garbage bin, they have no support, they don't know nothing about medication, they cannot say the first thing about any medication that can help them. They have not got any counselors, they haven't got any psychiatrists, they haven't got no psychologists, they haven't got anyone, they haven't got family support, because everybody, especially I think in Jamaica, once you have you're mad, you're thrown aside. I am fortunate, and this is why I tell my story. Things that happened before, now I'm more mature. I still live with the mental health problems, and I am more controlling it now. I still have sometimes problems with insomnia. I still have problems sometimes with binge eating. I still have problems with sometimes eating in my sleep. I still have paranoia thoughts, still have hallucination. Sometimes still have suicidal thoughts. You understand? So when people will and it's a good thing that I've charted the journey I've charted. Because I mean, if that person didn't come in and rudely come and interrupt the story, they would understand what was happening. So in true, make we reason fashion, I'm not taking over for the epic. But I know say a positive thing on the pan. Let me continue that story. So I ended up having sex with a guy on my mother's birthday night after the birthday party. So it did feel good, and him attention was good, and I felt like, so I loved it. And I wanted another little piece, and then it reached another little piece. In that time, I was ovulating. You understand? So I knew the possibilities. We did use a condom and it broke. But remember, he was trespassing on other people's property. About 12 days after my ovulation period, was it about 12 days?
The class is this.
The boyfriend no, because him come back and him beg and we talk, and me never did really want, but you know you don't want to do it, but you want to, you don't want to do it, but through one little feeling got it there, and we had sex about a week after I did the pregnancy test. No, you don't show up pregnant 1 week after. I knew when my ovulation was. So I sent the pregnancy test through WhatsApp to both parties. So I have two father.
You send it to both parties?
Yeah, me send it to, me never did tell the next man say me a breed for him. Me just send it to him and he assume responsibility.
You go have them money up on the program, I go sing the song they know. Them girl, you're wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
Listen, when them man is
you said the one pregnancy test to 2 man.
Me never did
try if that song they play for you.
Well, I want when them play them just snap this. Yeah, just snap that look here on my face.
Take a look.
KK, stop laughing. KK, stop laughing for my life, KK. It's not funny. KK, stop it.
Hear why? It's not really a funny thing, cause man was saying when the man they see it and he will like the alleged.
Well, the man will see this alive, yeah? You think he will see?
And so. No, but I told him in 2019 that it was not his pregnancy. Let me tell a story now, man. All right. So
all right. You shut up.
All right. So I sent 2 of them the tests, and I had to come back to England. Cause my money done. Me now pay rent from a place at England. You don't know it go Section 8. Them I kick you out. Foreign you have to pay your bills. So it go me to Jamaica from November till January. So a doctor in Jamaica, my doctor in Jamaica told me, stop taking the mental health medication because the side effects for the baby was very detrimental. So I started hallucinations. I started having paranoia. I started having my problems with my insomnia again. So I had to rush come back to England, came back and just went straight to my doctor's the next day.
Steady, epic. If you not follow me on all platforms, please do so. IG, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Father Epic all around. Please do so. Steady, epic. I'm out.